Britain, land of warm beer, cold weather, and even colder bankers. Just kidding. Sort of. But seriously, why are people less keen on living in good old Blighty these days? Is it just the endless drizzle and the fact that a pint of milk costs a fiver, or is there more to the story?
Sure, the weather can be a bit of a downer, and the cost of living is no joke. But there's a deeper issue at play here.
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that. The economic landscape is shifting and people are feeling the pinch. Britain, like that mate who's always skint and moaning about the weather, has its drawbacks. Rising costs, political uncertainty and social issues are making people reconsider their options. But it's also got a charm, a history and a cultural melting pot that's hard to find elsewhere. The sense of community and the rich tapestry of cultures are still very much alive.
So, before we all pack up and move to Spain for the sunshine and cheap vino, let's take a moment to appreciate what we have here. Let's unpack this, shall we? Is Britain still worth the hype, or is it time to say cheerio to this rainy little island?
The question remains, is the grass really greener on the other side? Or do we just need to water our own garden a bit more? So, let's dive deeper and explore whether it's time to bid farewell to Albion or rediscover its hidden gems. Let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the extortionate rent in the room. It's a topic that never seems to get old. Living in the UK, especially London, can feel like you're hemorrhaging money faster than you can say Bob's your uncle. Every penny counts, and yet it never seems to be enough.
Rent's sky high, and it's not just rent. A pint of beer will set you back a week's wages, making socializing a luxury. And don't even get me started on the price of a Freddo. It's almost laughable if it weren't so tragic.
For young professionals and families, it's a struggle to make ends meet. The dream of financial stability feels increasingly out of reach. Wages haven't kept pace with the cost of living, and owning a home feels like a pipe dream for many. The gap between income and expenses is widening.
So, while the UK might offer a vibrant cultural scene, with its museums, theaters, and historical landmarks and job opportunities, the question remains, can you afford to actually live there? It's a balancing act that many are struggling to maintain.
Right, let's talk about work-life balance, or the lack thereof. Brits are known for their stiff upper lip and keep calm and carry-on attitude. But let's be honest, this often translates to long working hours, an always-on mentality and a reluctance to take a proper lunch break.
Burnout is real, folks. And while the UK has made some strides in promoting flexible working, there's still a pervasive culture of presenteeism.
Add to that the pressure cooker of London, and it's no wonder people are feeling the strain. It's enough to make you want to move to a remote island and live off the land.
Just make sure there's decent Wi-Fi.
Now let's talk about the weather. Because, let's face it, it rains a lot here. A lot. The UK is known for its unpredictable weather, and rain is a frequent visitor. You might wake up to a sunny morning only to find yourself caught in a downpour by lunchtime. And while some people find a certain romanticism in grey skies and drizzle, it can take a toll on your mood and your wardrobe. The constant need for rain gear can be a bit of a hassle, but it also adds to the charm of living here.
But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. The UK has a lot to offer. The NHS, for all its flaws, provides free healthcare. Hallelujah. This means you can get medical attention without worrying about the cost, which is a huge relief for many.
The cultural scene is vibrant and diverse. From music festivals to art exhibitions, there's always something happening. The UK is a melting pot of cultures, and this is reflected in its rich tapestry of events and activities.
And let's not forget the history, the pubs, and the sense of humor, dark as it may be. The UK is steeped in history, with ancient castles, historic landmarks, and stories that go back centuries. The pubs are a cornerstone of social life, offering a place to unwind and share a laugh.
So, is the UK worth it? It depends. If you can handle the rain, the crowds, and the cost of living, then yes, you'll find a lot to love about this quirky little island. The unique blend of tradition and modernity, the friendly people, and the endless opportunities for adventure make it a special place.
But if you're after sunshine, affordable living, and a more laid-back pace of life, you might want to look elsewhere. The UK can be a bit fast-paced and expensive, and the weather isn't for everyone.
Just don't forget your brolly, wherever you end up. It's an essential part of life here, and you'll quickly learn to carry one with you at all times.